All right. That was some Stranger Things
I was
sounding
about to say.
synthwave we're getting
I
into
saw
here.
what you did there.
Getting in the mood there for some Stranger Things.
That we aren't talking about, apparently, because I haven't watched it yet.
No spoilers.
Hello,
everybody.
That.
Yeah, you can tell the internet. You can tell the internet that until you're blue in the face, but unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
TikTok is the worst.
That's why I never go on TikTok anymore.
Like, it is literally like people have like Twitter. You can you can mute keywords and you can mute words. So you can you can pretty much block it out. But TikTok, whoo. TikTok is a whole other ballgame.
In general.
Yeah. But anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back. After a brief hiatus, we're back this evening. I'm joined by Emily and Madison once again, joining us again. Barry's out at Magic Kingdom. Apparently, he had issues with dining at Skipper Canteen. I guess they were having technical.
I'm real happy for Barry that, he walking into Skipper Canteen thinking he gets some fancy $30 meal.
And he gets a free...
It looks like they gave him like a strawberry and tuna salad. And I'm like,
yeah, what was that salad he posted on Twitter? I
would have been mad. I'm sure Barry's very happy, but I would have been mad.
Yeah. Oh. So, anyways, hello everybody. Welcome back once again, like I said. Thanks for putting up with our hiatus last week. I literally just got home from... last Sunday, North Carolina, picking up my kids from camp. So
I got home from your home. It was
you got home from my house watching the puppy dogs, or watching the dog, I should say.
Singular dog.
You watched one of them.
If there was another one there, I was not aware of it.
No, I forgot. We took the little one. We took the little munchkin with us. So I was exhausted. So I was in no mental. I'm never in any mental capacity to do this live stream, but I really wasn't that night. But we're back tonight. I went back the last couple weeks. I got some theme park news that we're going to chat about really quick. And then if we got time at the end, we can chat about with whatever you guys,
roulette wheel of what weird theme park food Barry is going to eat next.
Hello, my name is not Dylan. Michael, hello. Thank you everybody for joining us in the live chat as usual. Whatever we are chatting about this evening, feel free to chime in, whether you're watching on Twitch, YouTube. Feel free to chime in. We're going to be talking about a variety of topics tonight, from Christmas to Halloween Horror Nights to Disney Cruise Line. And then we'll probably be wrapping up with the Splash Mountain Princess and the Frog announcement. So,
like a dog, we take positive reinforcement very well.
Yeah. So let me bring up my screen here, make sure I'm at the first topic of discussion. Or I can remove myself from the conversation.
Bye.
All right, ladies, it's all you tonight. I'm out. No. Hey,
it's my time to dance.
I have complete faith in you two for holding it down. No. This one. There we go.
References.
Yeah, right.
Just trigger noises.
Just all Horror Nights. I'm okay with that. So anyways, first things first, this is kind of the older news that we didn't talk about a couple weeks ago. This has already happened.
It literally happened.
Yeah, we got a video up on the YouTube channel. Wait a second. Am I on the right article? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mirabelle made her debut at the Magic Kingdom.
Sweet Baby Angel.
Part of the what's the cavalcade that they're part of called?
Isn't it the Friends one?
Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. Yeah, I knew it was like a long tongue twister name.
Do you think they just put words into a random generator and they're like Adventurers Friends Cavalcade? Yes.
Adventure
good, go.
Disney characters. Let's put a Disney word in there, like fantasy or magical.
It's like one of those riddle books where it's like, I need an adjective, I need a color, and I need a verb.
It's like, yeah, it's like one of those ad lib things where you got to fill in the blank, like a noun and this
That's
and that.
Me writing an article. I'm like, I can't say delicious again.
Hey Trent, appreciate it. Trent tuning in, your first live stream. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Over at Town Square Theater, Minnie Mouse will be joining Mickey Mouse starting on January 6th in their iridescent fashion for the 50th.
I feel like they should have done that though already.
Yeah,
Like that should have been going on since October 1st.
Well,
but...
Mickey's been there, correct? Because I remember when we were there with the kids, Mickey's been there.
Yeah.
But I feel they should have they should have been there as a couple. Mickey
I
and
don't
Minnie.
make the rules, but
Yeah. Over at Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, also on July 6th.
Chip and Dale are going to be standing behind your backs very
Chip and Dale are going to be creepily standing behind your back, looking like they're going to devour your children.
But wait, what if it was like John Mulaney's voice, though?
Yeah, the John Mulaney and who's
Andy Samberg.
Yeah, thank you. That would be pretty funny, actually. But they'll be back at the Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground with their campfire celebration, which I don't think I've ever been to. I've ever stayed at Fort Wilderness.
You don't strike me as a wilderness man.
Believe it or not, I like the outdoors. I really do. Wilderness Lodge is my favorite resort. I've never the cabins.
No, I'm gonna need you just to get like a really basic tent now.
Yeah, we're going camping. ThrillGeek camping adventure.
No glamping.
Yeah. But that's also on July 6th with Mickey and Minnie. Minnie joining Mickey at Magic Kingdom. And then July 10th, this is where there's all sorts of stuff. Peter Pan and Snow White will be at Magic Kingdom once again. Aladdin, Jasmine, Merida, Pooh, Tigger, and the Great Goofini in Pete's Silly Slideshow will also be making appearances once again. And then Andy's Toys will be back in Toy Story Land, which is Buzz, Jesse, and Woody.
I believe the Green Army Men are coming back too, but
yeah, I was wondering if the Green Army Men, because they're really fun. I love the Green Army Men. And then Donald Duck and friends will join Dino's Dino Bash over there at Dinoland USA in Animals Kingdom.
Yeah.
And then obviously Hoop-Dee-Doo Musical Review just made its debut on June 23rd, so it's great to see that back. And then Harmony Barbershop will be reopening on Main Street beginning July 31st. And we're actually, we want our little girl, Charlotte, all three of two of the three kids, my kids, we've had their first haircut at Main Street at Magic Kingdom. And with COVID, the barbershop hasn't reopened. So we've been waiting for Charlotte to get her haircut. And we missed.
She's going to thrive with all that glitter in her hair.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we can kind of segue over to, we'll jump ahead here.
Wow, we love how things work out.
Segue. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique returns April 25th at Magic Kingdom and Disneyland. I don't know about the ones on the cruise ships because they do have...
Because there's the one on the cruise ship. There was one in Disney Springs, but I think that closed. And then I believe they have one in Grand Floridian.
It says down here, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique at Grand Floridian and Springs will reopen at a later date to be announced.
Yeah.
But Magic Kingdom and Disneyland's boutique will be reopening on August 25th. And then they mentioned something about, here's some new details. They have a new hair accessory designed for textured hair. And new costumes featuring some of Disney's newest heroes and heroines coming later this year. So they didn't give any details as to I'm guessing maybe Marvel characters or.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because weren't boys introduced to?
Yes.
Because I know they did what was the pirate one, the pirate makeover thing.
Well, isn't there like the pirate?
It's not there anymore.
Or something?
Yeah, I know because. The wife did the photos there. She was photo passed there, the pirate makeover thing. I don't know. But there was a pirate one, and that was boys and girls. But I think they introduced boys stuff to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique also. So, anyways, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique returns April 25th at Magic Kingdom and Disneyland. And reservations begin in early August on the My Disney Experience app, the Disneyland app, or on either of their websites, Disneyland or Disney Worlds. So, all right, going back, we got to talk about Christmas. I know Christmas in July is a thing, but we got to talk about Christmas. Because Disney did do a Christmas in July announcement thing where they previewed holiday merchandise and all sorts of Christmas goodies. We'll talk about Halloween Horror Nights, I promise, later. So bear with us here, people.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah.
The only important thing.
The only important thing. No. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is returning to Disney World. We got dates, everything listed here. I'm not going to go over everything. The only thing really new is Disney mentioned that 3 new photo opportunities will be available, and a 50th anniversary commemorative keepsake themed for the holidays will also be handed out to guests. And then all your other stuff is returning. Mickey's Merriest Celebration Stage Show, Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks, the Tomorrowland Totally Tomorrowland Christmas, and then everything else. Jingle Cruise will be back, and then they'll have the dance party and Cosmic Rays. And then tickets. Tickets for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party will be purchased online beginning July 7th, so in a couple days here. And then it says guests of select Disney World resorts, hotels can begin purchasing tickets as early as June 30th. So if you're staying at a select Disney World resort, you can already be select one. You can be purchasing tickets.
Only Grand Floridian.
Yeah, I was going to say probably only Grand Floridian. If that's part of that. And the tickets range from $149 to $199 a person. So. Yeah.
I'm so poor. So poor. That's the thing. Like, my mom and I used to do them. And I, as a kid, you're just like, oh, this is nice. And then as an adult, you're like, mother, how much did you pay? Like back then, because I want to know the conversion rate for now.
Well, because, last year they did the Boo Bash. What was the Christmas thing that they did called? It was I can't remember what the
question that I do not have the answer.
Yeah, I can't remember what the Christmas kind of substitute they did for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party they did last year. But it's good to see the actual Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I've always been a firm believer that we've been to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Disney's invited us out for the media previews for it. It's a really fun event. If Christmas is your thing, which, don't get me wrong. I love Christmas. But this, I've always been the Halloween party being a much better value than the Christmas party. And that's not me being a Halloween stand person, I genuinely think that Mickey's Not So Scary is a better value than the Christmas party. But if Christmas is your thing, the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is an absolute blast. You get the free cocoa and cookies and all that jazz, and the parade's always a great time. So yeah, that'll be coming back this year, and we have all the details up here on ThrillGeek.com if you want to come back and look at the dates and all that stuff. Yeah. Moving on over to Hollywood Studios, Star Wars Launch Bay is returning soon, July 17th to be exact. Not a whole lot of new stuff coming, if anything at all. There was a lot of discussion that since forgot to mute the music. I was like, I still hear music. There was a lot of discussion and kind of speculation that since Disneyland got Boba Fett and Fennec, that this would possibly be a good place for them, because we're not going to get them over here because of Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, if that makes sense. Because it would mess with our timeline over here, whereas Disneyland doesn't.
The timeline.
Yeah. Where Disneyland doesn't have Galactic Star Cruiser, so they've basically said, screw the the story of Galaxy's Edge. Let's just introduce characters. So here's Boba Fett and Fennec, and here's that.
But the problem with Launch Bay is that unless you move things around, or you just put in where the Visa meet and greet area is, it's too heavily themed to kind of introduce a new character in there. The only one that really worked was where Chewbacca meets was when they did Rey, because obviously that kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So I don't really know where, location wise, they could put maybe Boba or Fennec or Grogu or Mando, or
they would literally have to retheme the meet and greet areas, because the Vader ones. Yeah, the Vader one is very Starship or Death Star kind of themed or Star Destroyer themed.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? Chewbacca.
It's Chewie.
Chewbacca you could put Boba Fett in the Chewie, because isn't it just like a rebel base kind of looking thing?
I mean, I guess, but he's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, I guess.
Do they still have BB-8?
BB-8's still there.
So it's Kylo Ren, Chewbacca, sometimes Rey. The card holder one is Darth Vader, and then the BB-8 one.
Yeah.
So like the BB-8 one, you can't move unless you like literally put a tarp over him. So.
He's like, you can't move me. I'm stuck here. But yeah, anyways, yeah, it says Star Wars Launch Bay returns July 17th. And then it says Star Wars Launch Bay is your place for a warm embrace with Chewbacca, a face-to-face encounter with BB-8. I love how they make that sound so menacing. A face-to-droid encounter with BB-8.
Like he's the most murderous droid in the galaxy.
Yeah, and he's like the most adorable droid.
And I shank you.
And then a run-in with Darth Vader himself for those brave enough. So yeah,
AKA those who have the credit card.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Nothing really new out of Star Wars Launch Bay. They are reopening it, which is good because it's been sitting there since the parks have reopened from COVID. So it'll be good to get another air-conditioned space open.
Sometimes it was open. I remember it being open like one point when like we were trying to get like a Rise return time.
It's been open, but nothing's been in there.
Greets.
Yeah, it's been like a ghost town in there. Like the building's been open. And I always enjoy I can't remember the name of the gift shop right there.
It's a great question that I don't.
They have some really cool. It was always cool because they would always have the ridiculously expensive like Star Wars merchandise that you wish you could afford, but you couldn't. But anyways,
Disney constantly reminding you that you're poor.
Yeah. The Disney Wish is officially a thing, as it had its official christening ceremony earlier. I'm all turned back on time. Earlier this week. Yeah, it's Sunday. So yeah. Earlier this week, there were several media outlets that got invited on a test cruise. And we saw lots of video, lots of pictures from all the different media outlets out there. The christening featured all sorts of different Disney characters. Iger came out, Chapek came out for the ceremony. And then it was christened by 3 Make-A-Wish kids, which was really cool. It was cool that Disney went with the whole, instead of it having a god parent, it was 3 godchildren that officially dedicated and christened the Disney Wish. So that was pretty neat to see that. But yeah, anything you two, anything look cool to you about the Disney Wish? The Frozen dinner show, the $5,000 drink that everybody was talking about.
$5,000 drink.
And then
let's talk about
that was also like 10 grand or something.
No, it was like $3 million.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, it was.
It was like a $3 million necklace.
The difference between 10 grand and 3 million.
See, I didn't think it was that much. Like, I didn't think it would be that ridiculous, but I probably should have known better.
It was like $2-point-something million necklace. It was like everybody was comparing.
Even go to the Christmas party and they're like, buy the necklace. You want this?
But yeah, the going back to the Star Wars drink, it was funny. That was like the first thing everybody started talking about. What was this Yeah.
Please hold.
Everybody was talking about it, and it was this. There's always, it seems like with even the media events that we go to, there's always one thing that people latch on to, and it just goes viral and it goes bonkers. Like I think a good friend of mine, Ashley from News 13, I think she posted the video of the drink originally, and it comes in like this, I forgot what the container's called, but it like opens up, and I could probably bring it up here. That probably should have been something I had brought up. Let me bring this down. It. Yeah.
So it's Scott Gustin. The 5,000 Kyber crystal on the Disney Wish is an experience that also includes a visit to Skywalker Ranch and a special themed escort off the ship. Everything he was able to confirm there. The drink is 4 drinks / cups. The cocktail is cognac.
Good luck. There was some weird pronunciations on it.
Grand Marnier, quintessence, and the 3 shots are basically bourbon. a Taylor Kingsman edition, very old tawny port, and a gin. All are silver plated, and you get to keep all 4 cups. You also get a Star Wars backpack, water bottle, other gifts, and a hyperspace themed room decoration. It includes a bottle of sparkling wine from Skywalker Ranch, and you receive a voucher good for 1 person to visit Skywalker Ranch. The actual Camtano is not included. Skywalker Ranch is in California. It's not open to the public. So even if you have somebody sharing this with you, only 1 person gets to go to Skywalker Ranch for $5,000.
And you have to fly yourself out to California to, okay. Yeah.
It's just a ticket to Skywalker Ranch. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is the video that Ashley posted. Her video has 1.2 million views on Twitter, which is nuts for a Twitter video. Yeah, but anyways, that was the first thing that everybody went crazy about was this $5,000 drink, and then like Madison said, there was like a $2-3 million necklace on board that people were chatting about. But going back to the ship itself, there were the 3 kind of there was the 2 main themed dining experiences were the Marvel themed one, which looked kind of. This was the other thing that everybody went crazy about was Ant-Man explaining why he didn't go up Thanos' butt and kill him, which was fantastic.
Sweetest baby angel.
Yeah, so that was great when people started posting video clips of that. And he doesn't even explain it. He starts to, and then he gets cut off. And so, yeah, that was interesting. But it seems like overall, I was following everybody's tweets and updates and kind of reviews, and it seems like the Frozen dinner adventure got the most positive review as far as the performance and the food.
Yeah.
It seemed like a lot of people were kind of underwhelmed with the Marvel thing. That when we first saw the video of the Marvel dining, I forgot what the exact name of it is, but it's the only Marvel dining thing on the Wish. There's like this thing on your table, and it's like some sort of like canister looking thing. And when Disney initially showed it, like it showed like food appearing in it. I was like, how the heck are they going to do this? And the only video I saw of what it actually does is like, I guess there's a moment in the dining experience where like people were like mashing this button. And I was like, so that's the only thing it does, which was kind of interesting. And then they got the Star Wars lounge with some drinks in there, and that's obviously where you can get the $5,000 drink. But there were some other cocktails that looked good in there, and what was the 1923 restaurant with the Roy and Walt Disney kind of split sides.
Yeah,
that looks really nice. And trying to think what else. There
were so many things.
There was a lot to that's the thing with going on a cruise, especially a Disney cruise. There's so much to do, and if you go on the shorter like 4 day cruises, you literally don't get to do half the stuff on the ship.
Yeah.
It's literally like you have to pick and choose. I mean, even like the 2 times we've been on the 7-day fantasy, 7 days is just enough to you start to get a pretty good feel for the ship, and like you've done everything. But I think the Wish is doing the 3 and 4 day cruises, because this is the one that we're talking about taking the kids on later on when it starts to calm down and it's not booked in all sorts of craziness. Because the Wish is going to be doing the shorter 3 and 4 day cruises because they sent the Dream down to Miami. And the Fantasy and the Wish are staying in Port Canaveral. So anyways, really cool looking ship. Disney cruises are an absolute blast. I've been on 3, 4.
Nice.
And hey, if you become with the cast member rate and some of the space available thing, it's worth it. That's what we do. We've always looked at the cast member. It's called space available, and basically like if you have to book the cruise like literally like weeks, and it may be like a week or 2 in advance, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, see, I have OCD, so that immediately gave me anxiety.
Yeah. So if you're a cast member and you want to book a last minute cruise, and they give you a pretty decent discount on it. So anyways, moving on, really quick, Legoland Florida announced an opening date for their new Pirate River Quest attraction, and they even sent us a little goodie bag. Yeah. I let the kids kind of unbox and have fun with. This attraction is going to be, I don't want to say based, but it's going to be Cypress. Back when it was Cypress Gardens, they had a boat tour. Yeah. Of the Cypress Gardens area. So this is going to be kind of revival of that, but obviously with a Lego spin on it. But yeah, Pirate River Quest will be opening on November 2nd. So when we're having our post Halloween Horror Nights withdrawal, we'll have at least a new Legoland attraction to look forward to. It says, I'll read the description really quick. It says, this November, board a family-friendly boat ride to search for Captain Redbeard's lost treasure. Through an all-new hilarious adventure, the quest to uncover the lost treasure unfolds brick by brick as families face a variety of exciting sequences built within lush gardens, telling the tale of the rowdy Lego pirate crew. And then it says riders will sail through the natural waterways while following the all-new story featuring the newest Lego pirate friend, Calico Jade. And then other exotic Lego creatures, including a flamboyance of bright flamingos, a troop of mischievous monkeys, and even a fearsome kraken. So that sounds pretty cool. And then I think that was really it as far as details. They made a little announcement trailer, and then they said they'll be announcing more details later as it gets closer. So yeah, I love Legoland. It's great to see them getting another attraction. I love it that when Legoland Florida came in and when they bought Cypress Gardens, they kept the gardens there. They didn't, go and demolish it and absolutely, just build Legoland. They kept a lot of the Cypress Gardens aspects there, and the gardens are still there, and it's good to see them, kind of keeping it there, but adding a Lego kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
No, I want you to keep going.
A Legoland twist. Yeah, thank you, Madison. I appreciate that. My brain.
I just like to watch him suffer.
So, anyways, moving on to some really spooky stuff.
Yeah, boy.
Getting into some spooky stuff here. Howl-O-Scream made several announcements, kind of all at once. Earlier, was that this week? Yeah, earlier this week.
Yeah.
I'll kind of go down the list here of they announced it in like one video, but it was like several things. Firstly, they announced a reimagined Captain's Revenge house. It's called Captain's Revenge Drowned in Darkness. A new Cutthroat Cove scare zone. Manta will be open during Howl-O-Scream this year, which it wasn't last year. I don't even know.
Which means that they're expanding it, which is good.
Yeah, because Manta's over on that kind of that whole kind of back area of the park. That was my, I wouldn't say issue. I think that was my
the only thing that kind of sucked, that was like you got to the back and you were like, oh,
it was a dead
turn
end.
Around. It was really weird. So I'm glad to see that they're not doing that anymore.
Madison, did you ever get to do Howl-O-Scream last year at SeaWorld?
I didn't. I didn't have any days off. My friend asked me, he was like, hey, do you want to take a day off to go to Howl-O-Scream? And I just looked at him and I was like, no. Really? With what I'm doing? You think I want to take a day off of this?
And it's,
no, thank you.
Yeah, it's hard too. Like if you're a scare actor in any of these things, like if you're doing this for Howl-O-Scream and you get a day off, unless you're really dedicated to it and you do get a day off, the last thing you want to do is go to I get it. It's drowning. Because
I think I took 2 days off last year, and one was to go to a concert and the other was to go to Horror Nights for the event. And that's the same thing this year. I have 2 nights off. One's a concert, one's for Horror Nights.
Wow, we love someone who's on brand.
But I went and Emily went and Barry went, and it was a really fun event for their first year. Like we were just saying, there were things that they could improve on, but it was their first year, and I had a lot of fun. It was definitely, and the tickets were cheap. It was like what, 30
Well, that's the thing. I mean, kudos on them because I didn't have like a SeaWorld pass, and the whole reason I bought a SeaWorld pass was so I could get parking for Howl-O-Scream. So, like, congrats, you got me. You roped me in. Now I'm a SeaWorld pass member. Adam. But no, I mean, it was a really solid event. Like, you know, I think it's really hard to compare anything that's brand new compared to like Horror Nights or anything like that. But going from like Howl-O-Scream Tampa to Howl-O-Scream Orlando, it's, you know, you kind of still get that this has been here for a while feel at Tampa. But it was nice to kind of have a different option, at least from, you know, Orlando.
Yeah, no, definitely. And this, you know, when they announced Howl-O-Scream was coming to SeaWorld Orlando, this was completely out of the blue.
Yeah.
You know, before last year's event, when they did that whole media event where they tricked people into, I forgot what
Never forget.
I forgot what they were teasing. They were teasing something.
Was it an Electric Ocean? Like, was it?
I think it was the Electric Ocean media.
They're like, "Hey guys, come sit over here." Just kidding. We're announcing Howl-O-Scream, and it was like, what?
Yeah, it was like an Electric Ocean themed media event, and it ended up being a Howl-O-Scream announcement. Everybody was like, what happened? But no, I'm excited. You know, and I think, did I read the last one? Oh yeah, returning is the Longshoreman Tavern. That was the thing, is there were these little themed bars, which were really cool. Yeah. They did a fantastic job with all these little themed bars and stuff, and they had aerial acts up in some of them. It was really crazy. But I think that was everything that they announced. So they're kind of slowly pushing out announcements kind of similar to Halloween Horror Nights and everything, and I'm excited, you know, especially if the, like I said, like you said, Emily, Manta being open, that means that back area of the park is going to be open. So
unless there's just like a shortcut to Manta, and they're also like, please turn around.
Yeah, I hope this means that at least they kind of open maybe up the waterfront area. You know, they don't have to open up the whole park. I mean, I just hope they open some kind of
reason was because they were getting rid of those like little holiday hut things for the new coaster, but then they still like pretty much had that area open. I was like, okay,
yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah. So, but we'll continue to keep you guys updated on Howl-O-Scream at both Busch Gardens Tampa, because we love that event down there, and we had a blast at the first Howl-O-Scream at SeaWorld Orlando, and we're pretty excited to see what they do this year for their houses and scare zones and all that stuff. So, all right, moving on. Speaking of Halloween Horror Nights, we got another house announcement last week. The Horrors of Blumhouse. Once again, coming back to both Halloween Horror Nights, Orlando and Hollywood. It's very, very. You got a fan in the chat there, Madison. The kids in the park says hello.
Hello.
So yeah, the Horrors of Blumhouse returning once again. I haven't seen either one of these movies yet, so I got some homework to do.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know Freaky's on HBO Max, and then obviously Black Phone just came out, so I'm like,
yeah,
cool.
I asked you, Emily. I was like, is Freaky streaming anywhere? But
it's also on Hulu, but it's like the maximum subscription or the platinum subscription or whatever. Like the
like the super expensive one.
Login.
But yeah, the Black Phone, which I've heard really, really good things about. Everybody that's seen it in the theater Oh yeah, how was it?
It was really good. I mean, the only thing, because me and my best friend went and saw it, I think like 2 days ago. She just got engaged, so to celebrate, we're like, oh, horror movie. So we went to Black Phone, and the only thing, because her and I both really, really loved it, because there's a lot of jump scares that you don't expect.
That's what I heard.
But yeah, it was kind of weird. There's a part where her and I both, like, I was like curled up in the seat because something was gonna happen, but I wasn't sure what, and then it was like the biggest jump scare of the movie, and her and I both like just jumped into each other. But the only thing we didn't like about it was, so the grabber, who's like the main guy right there, there's not a whole lot of backstory to him, so you don't fully understand why he's doing the things that he's doing. He only mentioned like one or two things, and so you kind of have to like put it together. But I feel like normally they kind of give a backstory to the person, and it explains, like, at some point, like, even if it's at the end of the movie, there's
especially if they're like some sort of like killer or something,
right?
Like,
because I mean, he's a serial killer. I mean, he's killing all of these young boys.
He's like, what's your purpose? Like, why are you doing this?
What's your MO? Like, what?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Childhood, like, I don't know. There's a lot of scenes that I can see very perfectly for our Horror Nights house, but they were very odd as well. And I was like, there's got to be something that, like, I don't know, like there's got to be something more to him that made him the way that he is, because even like his brother's there too. And so it's like, okay,
sorry,
what is
I just
this?
thought
Like,
of that one scene from The Office where Michael looks at Toby and he's like, "Why are you the way that you are?"
Yeah.
but like, yeah, like there's got to be something more, and they don't ever explain it. And then he also has the mask on, so there was a few points where he would say something and it was so muffled. And I was like, "What was this important? Like it sounded important."
Yeah, great.
Yeah, Alexander, the chat says Black Phone needs a prequel.
That's my bestie right there. That's the one who just got engaged. So
wow,
okay.
Congrats.
Well, congrats.
Celebrating life with death.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nothing like an engagement celebration and going to see some slasher films. Fantastic. Hey, I'm all for it. But yeah, these will be coming. The Horrors of Blumhouse will be coming to both Orlando and Hollywood. I'm going to play the trailer right quick. I have to mute some things and unmute some things, so give me a second here, and we'll watch the trailer really quick, and then we'll move. I'm actually going to play it from this screen and not the YouTube. So give me a second here.
I'm just here.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
No doubt. No doubt about it.
Oh. What's up? It's Brock.
Brock!
Could you come get me?
Yeah, we can come get you.
Brock? Brock, are you there?
Let's go.
The Horrors of Blumhouse, featuring Freaky and the Black Phone. Only at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
No doubt.
All right, let me mute that and unmute Madison and Emily here. All right, so there we go. For those of you with any sort of keen eye, you can kind of realize that this was filmed in the Universal Orlando parking garage.
All I hear is like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, make it stop.
Like, let me pause. Like, you can see the pillars with like the part, like right here,
Yeah.
like right there. You can see, but probably is that Jurassic Park? I see red.
No, it's the orange. It's the cat in the hat.
Cat in the Hat parking lot section.
They should have done ET, and then it would have been fully like Horror Nights level of creepy and evil and.
But so yeah, there's the quick trailer on it. We got the description, everything. Head on over to our HHN Ultimate Thrill Guide if you want all the details. That's thrillgeek.com/HHN, which we have all the details up there. Descriptions, videos, obviously, as we get more announcements, that will be updated as well. So, all right. Last but not least, the big news of the week
Queen
was
gets a throne
Made of logs.
made of logs.
The Princess and the Log. I saw some. I forgot who posted that on Twitter, but I got a good laugh out of that.
It was great.
Yeah, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is coming to Disneyland and Magic Kingdom in late 2024, according to Disney. We got this announcement a couple years back that Princess and the Frog would be coming to the Splash Mountain attractions at Magic Kingdom and Disneyland, but Disney's been Disney's been pretty hush-hush about any details, when Splash Mountain's closing, any sort of new information about this ride. But it was at some, I think did we post it here? It was some conference out in New Orleans or something that they had made these. Yeah, this thing right here. The announcement was shared during the Essence Fest, where a panel of Imagineers discussed how the region's culture inspired the attraction before guests were treated to a musical performance by the voice of Mama Odie, Jennifer Lewis. And then we got to look at what Tiana will be looking, Princess Tiana will be looking like in the new attraction. She's very kind of Bayou safari.
That picture though, it looks like those like stupid like dress up doll games I used to play on the internet where you just like swap the clothes, but it never.
Oh, it's like the
looked right.
paper ones. You know, like when I was
the
a kid,
paper
you had like the little flaps on it, and you'd put it over her
Yeah.
shirt, and you change your shirt.
That's what it looks like to me, and I can't unsee it.
Like you could put different hats on her, you know, and you can put different
fold the tabs.
Yeah, you got to fold the tabs over her shoulders.
I had one for Padme Amidala in episode 2, and she was snatching looks left and right. And
Emily
it was
had
my favorite thing.
Emily had Padme style and
cried.
So yeah, obviously this was a huge discussion on social media with the name. A lot of people upset that Disney's getting rid of the name Splash Mountain.
What did you think was going to happen?
I don't know what people were expecting. There were people throwing. I saw, you know, we talked about some of the funny ones, but there were actually, I saw one that was, I have it on my phone here. I think it was something like, oh gosh, what was it? Son of a gun.
One
but it was like
Parks blog.
No, it was people came up with some really cool, creative, like alternate names, and I think it was like, and this one had the name Splash Mountain in it. It was Splash Mountain. Something Bayou something, I don't know, I can't remember, but some people were having some fun with, you know, there were people that were okay with it, and they were just having fun coming up with alternate creative fun names other than Tiana's Bayou Adventure. But this is the name, this is what Disney's going with. Late 2024 is the time frame opening. Didn't get an exact date.
Hello,
Excuse
kids.
me.
Welcome to December. Get on the boat ride.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see them shutting down Splash Mountain until probably summer's over because it's one of their main water rides.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's kind of what a lot of people were saying. This won't be closing until at least
like September.
Yeah. With Tron possibly opening up late this year, maybe possibly. This, you know, that would be a good distraction from, well, at least from a crowd perspective. There's going to be people upset about this. You know, there's people that eat, breathe, drink, sleep Splash Mountain. I don't quite understand it. It's a ride.
You shouldn't drink it. The water's not good for you.
Well, tell that to some TikTokers. But yeah, you know, there's going to be people that no matter what Disney does, they're going to be upset about Splash Mountain closing. Is it
it's a ride.
Yeah.
People
it's an
are
exhausting
dying
conversation.
In the world.
Yeah.
It is a ride with fuzzy little animals.
I just want to know
okay.
if I can buy the raccoon animatronic that they have, because that would make me very happy.
As it's probably
The
like
raccoon
600 pounds.
I just want the giant bear animatronic with his butt sticking up when he's hanging from the tree. That's the only animatronic I remember from that ride. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so funny. I don't know.
That's
the only
animatronic.
So yeah. But yeah, late 2024, Tiana's Bayou Adventure will be coming to both Disneyland and Magic Kingdom. As soon as we hear any more details about when Splash Mountain is going to be closing, obviously we will bring that to you. And then if Disney announces any more details, concept artwork, as time progresses here, we'll bring that to you. We have all these. They have a video here of some of the research they've done about the ride, about the attraction. And the only description they said, it says it'll be a reimagined version of Princess Tiana's world. They'll have the opportunity to experience the magic inspired by the rich culture, art, and history of the New Orleans community. And then it talks about the Essence Fest. So I'm just really curious as to how big of a overhaul Splash Mountain's going to get. Like, are they just going to go in and add a few animatronics? Because the original concept artwork,
they're gutting it.
Yeah. The original concept artwork has like this really almost like Tree of Life at Animal Kingdom look to it up at the top of the attraction. So I'm really curious how far they're going to go with this. If they're just going to kind of do a basic re-theme or something.
The attraction is how old at this point? Like, you just gut it.
Yeah.
Just, you know, it costs money. I understand that. They don't want to do that. But at this point, you just really need to gut it and kind of start over. I mean, I don't think they'll maybe change the ride track or anything. Or,
No, I think it'll be the same layout.
Yeah.
But as far as like obviously the theming and the
the entire outside probably has to go because that's, I mean, a briar patch I don't think is really going to match.
Well, that's the other-
Bayou at all. Like
you
they would have
bring
to
up-
like cover it and kind of like.
You bring up a good point,
intertwine it.
Madison. The other discussion was, the kind of the area, with Disneyland, there's New Orleans Square right there. Here at Magic Kingdom, in Disney World, it's Frontierland, and I mean Splash Mountain is kind of off on its own, but it's right next to Big Thunder, and it's right next to what's the restaurant?
How much
Pecosville?
you want to bet that they're going to change park maps and add it to Adventureland?
So kind of continue Adventureland kind of down that way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think honest to God, I think that they're going to like do like a little loop thing around this,
Yeah.
put it in Adventureland, and then like Big Thunder and like Pico Bills, everything like that is Frontierland.
That'll continue to be Frontierland. Yeah. Yeah.
Someone pay me money. It's going to happen.
That's something that I haven't thought of yet, but there were some people, saying, just retheme Pecos Bill to Tiana's, what's the name of her restaurant?
Tiana's Palace.
Yeah, Tiana's Palace, and serve gumbo and beignets, and call it a day.
Oh, if I can get those Disneyland beignets here.
Yeah, yeah. There's a
It's
lot
all
of people
over.
talking about those Disneyland beignets.
Julep, let's go.
So, anyways, we have all the details up. We have that video up on ThrillGeek.com. If you guys want to check that out, feel free to do that. But that is it. That is everything theme park that I have. What do we? We did it. Yeah. I don't think we're going to talk too much. If you two want to talk about it, I know Emily, you haven't watched Stranger Things yet. So
No, please, dear God.
Madison, really quick, what did you think, spoiler free, of Stranger Things? We can do that.
It was really good. It
Yeah.
gave me a lot of anxiety.
No, don't tell me these things.
Like you don't know this from Twitter, Emily.
Yeah,
Come on.
No, I know, but everybody's like, yeah, it like ruined my life. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
See, I don't think it ruined my life per se, because I was kind of expecting some of the things to happen. So I was like, all right, and like the things that happened, like I wasn't super attached to that person, unlike all of the other world of Twitter and everything else.
Yeah.
Which people probably crucify me. It's fine, but like I wasn't super attached. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like it was great, but like. And it was very sad, like the main thing, very sad. But and then there was just so much happening all at once.
It was a lot, especially the last episode. It's 2.5 hours long, and so much happens.
Well, that's the thing. We started putting it on, and then James paused it, and he goes, "This is a movie. This is not
He
a
didn't
TV
know?
show." No.
Yeah.
He was like, "This is
It's
bull."
literally
and
a
then
2.5
he
hour
started
movie.
like going to cook in the kitchen. I was like, "Oh, okay, goodbye."
Bye, honey. I love you.
Like, I can't commit to this right now.
Yeah.
Just like everybody was separated, and so then like their own thing is happening, but it's all bad. Like just everybody is dealing with something terrible,
Yeah.
and so then they would leave the one group of people, and then they would go to the other group, and it's like, no, you can't just leave them hanging like that. But
This
then you
is-
take me to somebody else that's also
Yeah.
now like close to the verge of death and destruction, and then they leave them and go.
Going off what the only spoiler free thing that I will say is kind of going off what you're saying is because this isn't really a spoiler if you watched the first part of the volume 1 of season 4. I got so annoyed with the whole Russia Hopper storyline. Every time, especially in the finale, in the 2.5 hour finale, every time they jumped back to that, I got so annoyed.
Yeah.
I was so over that story. I was like, Hopper, can you just like go back to like America? Can we just wrap up this? I don't know what. It was driving me nuts. And
That was my mom.
Stuff like that usually doesn't bother me, but I was like, they stretched out this whole rush, them getting Hopper back, and just the whole storyline was I was just like, can we just wrap this up, please? Because all the other stuff was so good with Vecna and all that other stuff. Every time they went back over, like, I get it, I was cool with them going over to Russia to rescue Hopper and all that stuff, but let's get on with it. It was that was, I think that was the one thing that bugged me about it that I can talk about that wasn't really spoilerish. But it was great. Like you said, it was super intense, so much happening. That last 2.5 hour episode movie whatever you want to
It's a
call
movie.
it.
Don't call it an episode.
Yeah,
if
it's a
something goes
movie.
longer than like 15 minutes, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's literally a season finale movie. It's a lot. So mentally prepare. If you haven't seen it yet, just mentally prepare yourself for 2.5 hours of just so much happening, and you literally have to. I need to go back and watch it again because there's so much to digest and process. It's a lot, but this by far has been my favorite season. Just how dark it is, and just how it's been such a great season. Season 3 was great with Starcourt Mall and everything, but this season was phenomenal with everything. So, yeah. So, anyways, anything else you guys want to talk? We got a few more minutes. Anything else we want to chat about? Any movies, TV shows you guys have seen lately? Emily, anything?
I mean, I've finished the 3rd season of Umbrella Academy, but unless like you live in that cult world of theirs, it's very hard to explain. It's basically just superheroes and time travel, and it's very good. Go watch. I'm not a shill for Netflix, I swear.
Shill geek, baby. That's what we do.
Shill geek, baby.
That's what we do. We just we talk positive.
Shill geek, baby.
I don't think there's anything. I've been kind of slacking off. Like I said, I got to go see the Black Phone.
Yes.
I got to go see that.
I saw Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh yeah, you saw Dominion.
Locust.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the whole movie,
I saw your.
and it feels like elderly abuse the whole time.
I love how you saw that with Emmy, and she posted. Did you post it on your Twitter or her Twitter? Or your review of it?
She just like started recording me as I was driving, and I'm like, please make it stop. No, because like she and we're really annoying when we go to the movie, so we'll like try to go to a movie like a few weeks after it's out because we'll just talk the entire time. And
you're those people.
We just kept going like this. Because like they do it like 8 to 9 times, we counted. Just
Every time Pratt sees a dinosaur.
well, then Sam Neill starts doing it. I'm like, this is elderly abuse.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
Yeah, he looked so pathetic when he did it. He's like this old man, like trying to do the whole Chris Pratt, stop, don't come near me, dinosaur like hand thing. It was really awkward when he started doing it.
I did like it. I'm not here to shit on it. Like I did like it.
Yeah, I know.
I just, it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's 2.5 hours long.
Let me ask you this. Going back to the Locust thing, was I not wrong with the Locust plot being absolutely dumb?
I mean, I kind of agree with Barry though, like in a sense, and that will be the last time that ever comes out of my mouth.
Yeah.
So you heard it here.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it makes sense that like, after dinosaurs are basically free reign at this point, like what else could possibly destroy the world? And it's like, plague, locust. I get it. It just seemed like, I guess where it would be maybe dumb is that it seems like it just kind of wraps itself up too quickly.
Yeah.
When it's like, no, I want to see them like literally destroy stuff or like make it even 10 times harder for them to escape things. So they're like, I'm on fire now. And I'm like, okay, great. So it's just, there's some parts of the movie where you just go, eh. And then I started laughing out loud at some points and I had to apologize to her. So.
My name is not Dylan said Elvis was really good. Yeah, I heard people say the Elvis movie was pretty good.
I like the memes that are coming out where like I guess in the last 3 to 4 minutes he's like in the fat suit and that's all that anybody keeps posting now.
Is that what that's from?
Yeah.
It's like people are posting memes of like people sweating and stuff and I'm like, what is this from?
Yeah, it's like I went to brunch with my friend today and she and her boyfriend saw it and she was like, it's literally only like the last 3 to 4 minutes of the movie. Where he's like older and like suffering and stuff like that. But now this is like the only thing people have taken from the movie. And I kind of love that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I should kick Michael out of the chat. He hasn't seen Top Gun Maverick yet.
I haven't either. And I don't plan on it.
Oh, gosh.
I ain't going to the danger zone today, baby.
Bunch of amateurs, I swear.
Listen, it took me 3 weeks to see Dominion. Do you think I'm on my game about anything?
Yeah. That's the other movie. I have to go. Now that we have literally all 3 kids are back home now. They're back from camp. So we got some catching. I don't know if we're going to take them to go see Lightyear in the theater.
I want to see it, but I don't feel like paying money for it.
It was good. There's parts of it that are kind of confusing for little kids, kind of where it's kind of spoilerish, so I won't talk about it. But there's some stuff later on in the plot, like the last third of the movie.
I don't care what happens. I just want to listen to Chris Evans talk.
He did great.
Like
He's a great Lightyear. I love how I love how he kind of put his own, he carries the Lightyear character really well. He did a great job. He was fantastic as Lightyear. And oh my God, the same sex kiss that everybody lost their mind over, which I missed because it was so fast. Which, I was like, I posted. Yeah, I was like, two people, I posted on Twitter. I was like, so did they cut it? Because I know they initially cut it from the movie. Then they put it back in. I was like, I missed it. I was like, I honestly missed it. And it was, somebody sent me somebody recording in the movie theater clip of it. I was like, oh, that was it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. No biggie. Right. Yeah. Life goes on. But no, it was good. I liked it.
Life finds a way.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was like she kisses her on the, I forgot if it was on the lips or on the cheek, but it was like split second, done. And people lost their mind over it. Anyways.
People do be kissing. They do be kissing all the time. It's okay.
I know. So anyways, all right. I think we can get on out of here. We've been chatting for an hour. We got everything covered. And hopefully we will, we missed Barry tonight.
Did we?
Hopefully.
Just kidding.
Wow. We love you, Barry. We really do.
Barry's still eating, trying to get through that strawberry salad.
That strawberry salad.
He's like, this.
Let me look at the ThrillGeek Twitter here. He watched fireworks. He watched Enchantment. People are setting off fireworks.
I know the dog is like, ooh, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm very curious how.
Like, it happens every year, buddy. It's fine.
Or no, Barry posted that on his personal Twitter, didn't he? The strawberry tuna salad or whatever the hell that was.
You need to understand, James and I looked at the picture and then we started doing the thing where you can zoom in and we're like, what is that?
Yeah.
Is that tuna and strawberries?
There it is. I don't know if it's what meat that is. It looks like chicken.
I don't like it.
It looks
I'm
weird.
A very picky
that should not be
that...
chicken.
Yeah.
That's pink.
Because I know they do the strawberry salads with look at this. Look at the.
It's pink. That has to be tuna.
I'm I can't look away, but I don't want to look at it.
I'm gonna look up the Pico Bills menu now because this is how far I've fallen.
Oh gosh. So anyways, all right, we're gonna get on out of here. Again, thank you everybody for chatting. We got some new people tonight. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Everybody chatting with us in the live chat on. Didn't have anybody on Twitch. We had one person on Twitch. Yeah, one person's watching on Twitch. But all of our comments on YouTube, I appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out. We will be back. I did it 9 o'clock this week because I had some stuff that I was afraid I wasn't gonna be able to make our 8 o'clock.
Number one, that is $10. It's called the Sunbonnet Trio Strawberry Salad. It's a mixed green salad with strawberries, tomato, red onion, and edible flowers. So please tell me what that mystery meat is because I would love to know.
We're gonna have to ask Barry for this. We're gonna have to inquire about this.
Oh, apparently you can get it with chicken or pork carnitas. So I pray to God that was pork carnitas because that was pink.
I'm guessing Barry got the pork carnita. Yeah.
What if Barry dies from this?
Anyways, on that note, we're wrapping this up.
Homeboy eating pink chicken on the internet. It's not my problem.
That's a clickbait title right there.
Yeah.
Does Barry die? And just Barry being like...
Theme park blogger. We shouldn't be joking about this because Lord knows, yeah. Anyways,
I'm gonna send them an anonymous tip now.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Really quick, Madison, before I plug all ThrillGeek stuff, where can everybody follow you online, Instagram, all that stuff?
On Twitter, I'm Madison Tweets, and then on Instagram, it's Madison1321.
And of course, Madison continues to do some stuff for us here at ThrillGeek, articles.
Does so much.
Excuse me, social media stuff. So look for that as well on all the ThrillGeek stuff. Emily, where can everybody follow you online?
So I've decided in like the last 20 seconds that I'm changing all my social media to reflect if whether Barry lives or dies. So you can follow all of that at Geek Notice. Anywhere you please. Every social media will only be just Barry's picture with like a question mark. It'll be great.
Even his new monorail crawl food video.
Mm-hmm.
You need to comment on that.
No, I don't.
Oh gosh. As far as ThrillGeek goes, you can follow us everywhere. Pretty much ThrillGeek, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Where if you've noticed on TikTok, I've tried to do some more kind of personal TikToks where I'm chatting with you. So be sure to follow us on TikTok. I'm gonna try and start doing some more. I've been asking questions. I like to start conversations and that sort of thing. Excuse me.
The next one's gonna be, will Barry die from picture?
And the next TikTok will be, what food will Barry die from? What theme park food will Barry kick the bucket from?
You have to put a poll up on the Instagram story of whether or not Barry will survive tonight.
And I'll do one of the TikToks where it's like pointing like this. But yeah, follow us, ThrillGeek, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching the live stream on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where, like I just mentioned, Barry's got a new video where he kind of hops around. Where he hops around to some of the Disney resorts on the monorail line, tries some foods. Emily's got a new "What's New at Universal" video where she kind of goes around studios.
I don't get food poisoning. It's great.
Emily does. Oh gosh.
I'm just here.
Emily tries some. Did you try any food? Did you try any food in that video, or was it just kind of merchandise and just
No,
kind
but
of?
I did get voodoo donuts just for myself.
Okay, well that's
As you
that
should.
counts.
I didn't
so.
show it.
Be sure to check that video out and all of our other videos up on our YouTube channel. And if you're watching over on Twitch, please be sure to follow us on our Twitch channel, where you will find this stream. Like I said, every week, every Sunday. I think we're gonna go back to our 8 o'clock stream time next week. I had to do 9 this week because I had.
I'm an old lady.
Yeah, we're old. Except Madison, she's the young in here.
That's Madison falls asleep first.
Yeah. We're going to go back to our 8 o'clock stream time next week. So be sure to look for that every Sunday. As always, ThrillGeek This Week, where we talk about the latest theme park, a little bit of pop culture, and some other randomness, as you guys have witnessed these last few minutes. Talking about Barry's latest food adventures.
Hey, listen, he did it to himself.
Oh, gosh. So anyways, guys, take care. Be safe. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye. Don't eat pink chicken.